What's up guys, Eli here, back for another USBM video. If you're a new subscriber, first of all, thank you and welcome. In this series I'm doing basically, I'm taking 10 albums from a American black metal band in my collection and just showing them, talking about them. A lot of them are pretty obscure. It's always cool to see people from certain countries talk about, specific bands from that country. But anyways, I got 10 albums. A lot of these you may or may not know, so let's get started. Okay, this one you'll definitely know. Regardless of how you feel about me showing this, I'm not too super worried about it. It's not that controversial. They've always been a good band. I like their early stuff the most, but their later stuff was pretty good too. Sure, the guy that formed the band is an asshole. Knocked Mystium with their debut full-length Reign of the Malicious. So they were active in Illinois from about 2000 to 2020, give or take. Yeah, this is the debut from 2002. For the longest time, after I was totally unimpressed with Blake Judd's kind of shenanigans, I kind of started to write Knocked Mystium off, and in my mind I kind of told myself, they were never really that good of a band to begin with. But, then I think about, all the time that I've spent listening to this band, and I've even kind of re-listened to some of their stuff over the last year or two, and honestly, I think it's really good black metal. The earlier stuff was like in the vein of Judas Iscariot. I think Judas Iscariot was probably a huge influence on Blake for, writing the early Knocked Mystium stuff. Later on, they would get kind of psychedelic and add, weird atmospheric shit to their raw, American style black metal. And I like some of that stuff a lot too. But the early, stuff, like I said, in the vein of Judas Iscariot, who I'm also a big fan of, I quite like it. They're still a band that I don't listen to nearly as much as I used to, just because I'm, so, not impressed with Blake Judd's behavior. It kind of does taint the music a little bit for me, but, I still return to it from time to time, and I still enjoy it when I do return to it. So, anyways, Knocked Mystium at number 36. Number 37, I'm kind of cheating here because this is, I've already done it in this series a bunch. This is a split between two bands, only one of them being from the US. And so that band is going to be Morethond from Michigan. Active from 2001 to, I'm not really sure when he stopped being active, or if he stopped Morethond. I imagine he did, because he doesn't have any material, beyond the first couple years of the existence. So this is, if you want to know the whole thing, this is Empire of Hate Morethond split. Empire of Hate are a really, really good, super underrated Australian black metal band, but I'm not supposed to be talking about them today. Morethond are just as good, though. One-man black metal, kind of coming out of nowhere. I don't think anyone really knew this guy from anything. Morethond is just great. I definitely hear some early Norwegians, stuff in there, a little bit of Dark Throne, a little bit of Burzum. I hear that as kind of a starting point, but I feel like he definitely took it into directions that were very much his own. Everyone has influences, but yeah, man, just get this split. This came out on Haydn's Heart. I don't think it's probably very hard to come across, probably pretty cheap, but man, this is a killer split. And I honestly, like I said, I'm not here to talk about the Empire of Hate side, but holy shit, good Australian black metal. Empire of Hate and, well, Morethond at number 37. Number 38, we have Kilgasm out of California, active from about 2002 to 2016. This is the Goat Grind EP. This came out in 2007, so this is definitely on the black metal side, but there's a lot of, I'd say here's some gore grind elements. Actually, that's pretty much it. Gore grind and black metal, if you take the two and mix them. In fact, I remember in the early days of this band, they said they were basically, when they started, they wanted to be Dark Throne meets Carcass, and that's not too far off from what you get here. Just grindy necro black metal. I don't really know. I wouldn't really have anything to compare it to. Maybe a Null in the Throck minus the industrial elements. I guess that would probably work. This is very raw, very primitive, very naive. These guys might not have been great musicians, but it's black metal. It's never been about that. I think there are some really catchy songs here. If you can find this on YouTube or something, I don't know if Spotify would have it, but just check out the title track, Goat Commando. It's a fun song, and I always like to listen to this. I have some of their other stuff too, and yeah, it's enjoyable in its own way. Number 38, Kilgasm, Goat Grind. Number 39, we have The Day of the Beast, a Virginian band formed in 2006. They're still going strong, and this is the 2008 debut album. Note the very cool Joe Patagno cover art. One of the greatest artists in metal, absolutely. This is black thrash, man. If you like, I mean, you you name it, that would work as a comparison. You like thrash metal, if you like black metal, I mean, this could be for you either way. If you like the two combined, even better. I don't know. Ardwar. I don't really know anything else that would be like a great comparison, but just really good black thrash. I mean, these guys they're good musicians, good songwriters, and kind of an underrated band. Very, very much worth looking into. They're still going strong to this day. I think they had an album out like the last year or two. So yeah, Day of the Beast. Check them out if you're a thrash guy. And number 40, we got Pius Levus. I know I've talked about this band numerous times over the last couple weeks, and I've even showed this exact release. But I hadn't showed them in this series. They fit the series. I had to show them yet again. Maybe you haven't seen some of those other videos. So Pius Levus, band formed in Texas in 2014. This is their third release. Most recent recording that they've done. It's an EP from 2019. Bolt of Satanic Might. If you like some of the early, kind of Australian Black Death stuff, if you like Bestial Warlust and stuff like that, I think you would like Pius Levus. They're definitely a band to look out for. They have a split coming out this year, split with Omega Vortex, another cool, I think they're a German death metal band, I think from Germany. It's going to come out on Invictus? I think Invictus, but either way, it's a split with Omega Vortex, who are, like I said, a killer death metal band, and you're definitely going to want to look for that one. I've talked to Lord Necron of Pius Levus, and he said that he's super proud of this new material. He thinks it's the best their singer has sounded. He's got a really unique vocal style, and yeah, I'm really stoked to hear that. But if you haven't heard Pius Levus, definitely look into it. Texas extreme metal, is always rarely disappoints. So I got many cool things in the works. I'm going to start working on my LLN Part 2 video soon here. I don't know why I put that off. I put the first one off forever. Now I've been putting this one off, but it will be done. I have to finish what I start. I have some cool like Halloween themed videos coming. I'm gonna show and talk about stuff that I pick up, over the Halloween season. I don't think I've ever really done that before, but yeah, Halloween is by far my favorite holiday. So every year, you only get a couple of months out of the year to scoop up cool little horror related things, and I definitely take advantage. So I want to show some of the stuff that I've been picking up, including music and movies and stuff like that. I got a lot more horror stuff coming. I have another Tales from the Bargain Bin video. I'm probably going to be talking a lot about horror movies in the next couple of months, so hopefully you will join me for that. I kind of learned that there aren't as many people that are into metal and horror simultaneously as I thought. I used to think that it was like, if you're into metal, you have to be into horror, but it seems to be like I talk to a lot of people that are just not super into it. I find that kind of strange. I also have some live streams coming up next Saturday, actually. I hope you guys will join me. Me and my buddy Spencer, he's got a YouTube channel as well. I'll leave a link down below. He's going to be joining me to rank the Immortal discography. He's a big Immortal fan, as am I. I've been wanting to rank their discography, and yeah, I can't think of anyone more perfect to do that with me. Should be a lot of fun. I have some kind of tricks up my sleeve for that discography ranking too, kind of like I did with the Alice in Chains one. It'll be like that. I'll just give you a clue. It's not going to be just Immortal albums, but it will be Immortal related albums, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I've already got my list written down. I just need to take some notes and stuff like that. And yeah, next Saturday, like I said, hopefully you guys will join us for that. But anyways, as always, thanks for stopping by. We will talk soon. Cheers, guys.